Hello, my name's Elsie Anakwe. I'm a solicitor and a parenting coach. I have with me
Rebecca Tyshirt. I'm a mother and I'm as well as a training counselor. So in this video, we'll be sharing some tips on making your time with your children count.
We often complain about not having enough time to do things that we want to do, and that includes spending time with our children. Time is a precious commodity that often slips away from us. To spend quality time with our children, we will need to want to do it and make it happen. So why do we actually want to spend time with our children? Spending quality time with our children aids their development and happiness. Other reasons include to show love and appreciation, to bond with them, to get to know our children, to have fun. It's also an opportunity to chat freely, ask questions, answer questions, and find out if our children have any concerns. It's also an opportunity to bring things to their attention, teach or instruct them, praise them, and in some cases you may have to scold them. These are just a few reasons.
Thank you, Elsie. How do we do these things obviously matters. In most cases, it should be quality over quantity. It is more beneficial we spend quality time with our children. There are many benefits associated with spending meaningful time with them. Some of these were mentioned by Elsie. How do we ensure that we spend meaningful time with our children? When you think of it, you have to be there intentional. You need to want to do it as well. It has to come from your mind when you're spending quality time with your children. You need to try your best to schedule time for them. It's not that you schedule the time and then meanwhile you're sharing the time with maybe on the telephone or even watching TV or you're cooking and meantime you're trying to spend time with them. It doesn't work like that, And then when you really want to spend time with your children, try to take them outdoors to the park, to the children play center. You can even take them for a walk. You can even bake and take them to the cinema. And if you don't want to like just do all that and you want to go into something like has to do with exercise, you can go for swimming. There's a lot of things you can do with your children and you spend quality time with them. The most important aspect of spending quality time with your children is that you do it in body and in mind. That's you are there with them with your full presence. You are there with them all in all. Your children, trust me, they can sense it when you are not with them. They can
Absolutely.
actually sense it.
Yes.
Because these kids, I don't know, they have supernatural Superman mind.
Yes.
They can actually sense it.
Of course.
So it's very important when we do things together and then you take the time to spend that time with your children.
So continuing where Rebecca left off, thank you, Rebecca, to achieve the meaningful time with your child, you need to get rid of all distraction around you. So for instance, if you're at home and you've decided to have a play date or have, spend some time with your child, then what you need to do is switch the television off for a start. You can, make sure that the gadgets are nowhere near you. Phones can be either switched off or placed on silent. These are, just examples of a few things that tend to distract us when, we want to spend quality time with our children. So stopping us from actually giving our all, being there, like Rebecca said, in body and in mind, not just, talking about it and not doing what we say, not, being there. But a word of warning though, having said, switch everything off, it's important that you have a means of access, means whereby you can be contacted in an emergency. So, I used an example of being at home. So if for instance, you switch your mobile phone off and you have your house phone, make sure that you can, hear your house phone if it rings in the case of an emergency. Obviously, no one hopes or prays for an emergency, but you just never know. So, I just thought I'll mention that as well. And another thing is speaking to your child. ask them, ask your child or children what they would like to do. Children are usually quite good with coming up with ideas of, things to do, places to go. Most especially if, there's maybe a particular activity that they like doing, they may suggest that, you do that. But be mindful of your pocket, especially if it involves spending money. It's sensible to have a budget. You don't want to go overboard, all in the name of spending quality time. You only want to spend what you can afford. And another thing is family time. It's something we all take for granted again. Sometimes it doesn't even have to cost much. It's just, a case of the family getting together, staying at home, and just bonding. You can have a film or movie night, and just enjoying each other's company. Yeah. And even things like eating together as well that we take for granted. It's also an opportunity to bond, with the children as a family, or game times. You can play games as a family together as well. And another thing, a question for you. Do you know that you can bond with your children whilst doing homework? Food for thought. Yes, you can. Think back to, some of the discussions that you've had with your children whilst doing homework. I'm sure there's been, element of fun that you can remember. Even when children are reluctant to do homework, the fact that you're trying to encourage them to do homework, you're speaking to them, chatting, they enjoy that attention. They enjoy the fact that you're there, you're giving them the attention, and they're happy just to have you around them.
Yeah, thank you, Elsie. There are many things we do with our children that we actually take for granted, that we ourselves don't even notice that those little things we do with our children are actually taking notice of them. For example, when you give your child a hug, that hug means a lot to the child. It builds up the child's confidence. And when you tell the child you love the child, it makes the child feel as if, yes, mommy or daddy loves me. It actually shows it. And then when you laugh with your child over silly little things, and then you make them laugh or you tickle them, it shows a lot. And when you tickle them, it matters a lot as well. And then there's also times like during the breakfast time, you can also talk over things with them as well. And even dinner time as well, you can also talk over things with them. And as well as bedtime routine, it could be like talking about your day and about how their day went as well during the bedtime routine. It matters a lot. All these little things matters a lot. Even when you are reading with them or you are even praying with them, it all goes a long way.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we want to cover now. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this video useful. If you would like to know more, please feel free to contact us. If you have any questions regarding anything else, feel free to contact us. You can also join us on Facebook. If you look for the Anakwe Way, I'm going to spell the surname just in case you're coming across this video for the first time. It's ANAKWUE, and it's got the word way at the end.
Yes, thank you very much. Don't forget to like our videos as well as subscribe and look out for more videos. Thank you, and it's goodbye from both of us.
Thank you. Bye.